Today we'll discuss about pointers in this video, which are used in C programming. Pointers is also one of the topics to which most learners or most newcomers in C programming are sometimes afraid of. But this is also one of the most important feature of C programming, which is very helpful, which is very useful for us while creating or designing embedded systems. Pointers are basically a mechanism which is given by C programming to us, where we can utilize or where we can what you can say modify the values of a variable without directly touching or without directly modifying the behavior in multiple different processes or in multiple different functions. So we have yet to discuss functions, but we have discussed arrays. So this is a good point to study about pointers, after which you will try to study functions and you will understand everything in detail about it. Now, let me tell you the concept of pointer. Okay. So consider this as our memory location. For example, let's say this is RAM. And whenever you declare a variable, for example, let's say I declare a variable called as A, for example. For now, I will not go into the size of the variable. We'll just say, let's say I have declared int A. Now, when you declare int A, what happens is, in your entire memory location, in your entire RAM, there is some location for which this A is allocated. So, when I write down A is equal to 55, instead of this, I'll choose another place to write because I don't want to discard it. This is important. Fine, I'll use this window here. So as I was discussing about this, so this is your memory stack, memory location, memory heap, whatever you may call it. Okay. Now, here, let's say you say int A and you allocate some value into it. What happens is there is a location which is allocated to this int A and the value is stored over there. So for example, let's say this location is actually assigned A and the value 59 is stored over here. But we also need to be clear about this, that whenever we say that we have a location to which we have allocated a value, it definitely means that if it is a location inside memory, then it will also have its own some unique address. Now, why this address is helpful, we'll discuss that in a moment. But one thing is clear, that this memory location, apart from having a virtual name A, must also have its own address. Similarly, every memory location may have an address, and by incrementing the address, we can access the next element, or by decrementing the address, we can access the previous element. Now, the procedure to find out the address of a variable is called as pointer. Now, the very purpose of existence of pointers is to be able to access the memory location or to access the variable by its memory location, not just by its name. I know I'm not very clear up to this point, but things will get clearer slowly. Just look at it first now. First of all, let us say, as I said, this is my memory location, and here I don't want to access all this location by simply names like A, B, C, D or something like that. Instead, I would just want to access them using their memory address. Okay. Now, we don't know what is the memory address. So let's try to see how pointer is created and how pointer is given with memory address. First of all, the normal variable declaration, int A. Okay. Then you need to declare your pointer. Now the way to declare pointer is like this. So if your pointer is pointing to integer variable, the pointer data type should also be int. So int star B or asterisk B. This is the declaration of pointer. When you write int asterisk or star B, it simply means that the C compiler knows B it's supposed to be a pointer. Now A has got a location, and let's say A has also got some value 59. I will write down here A is equal to 59. Now what I want to do is I want to store the address of A into this pointer called B. Remember, int asterisk B is the pointer initialization. Now when you want to assign some value to this pointer, it is done like this. B is equal to ampersand of A. Ampersand or and symbol. Now you know this already. Okay. How you know this already? Scanf %d comma ampersand A. We used to use some declaration like this. What it means was, it means whatever you store here should be, or whatever you scan here should be located to the address of A, address of B, or something like that. We have been using this pointer for a very long time in scanf function. Now is the time to understand it. So when you write B is equal to ampersand of A, it basically means that if this A is having a location, let's say 10105, then what you are doing is you are storing that location into B. Now you store the location over here. So location of A is stored into B. Again, I'm telling you, A is equal to 59, B is equal to ampersand of A. That will take the location. Let's make things directly more clearer in programming. When we are writing the program together, things are much more clear. Let's look at it directly in coding. So I'm opening the code blocks and I'll try to write down a very simple program to explain about pointers. So let's take a new empty file. Let me save it as pointers underscore 1. Hash include stdio.h void main int A int star B. Now as I said, star B means pointer declaration. This is what? Basic variable declaration. Now what you do then is you assign some value into the variables. A is equal to, let's say, 232. B is equal to ampersand of A. Now what it does is B is declared as pointer already. Correct? So this line is doing what? Here we are copying the address of A into B. Now if you try to print B, it will be some weird number which we don't understand. Why? Because it's a physical address. Let's try to do that. Okay. Printf /n address of A is %d, and let's try to print B here. Six two four two two 0236, something like that. We don't understand. This is some sort of number. But this number is what? This number is basically address of A, which is stored in the variable called B. Clear up to this point? Now the next thing is, whenever, let's say this is done. What is done? Pointer is initialized. B is equal to ampersand of A. Now if you want to access value of A, then you do it like this, star B. Whenever you do star B, it will do what? It will try to read the value which is pointed by this pointer. I know it's not clear to you. Now let's clarify it again a bit. Now we know that we have a variable A is equal to 232. That's the value of A. Okay. Now this is int A and there is int star B, which is pointer. Okay. Now we also know that B is equal to ampersand of A, means B holds the address of A. So what is the B having right now? Look at the code. B is having a value 64222036. Okay, 64222036. 64222036. 64222036. Now what is this? This is memory address. So if I have to plot the memory address over here, then there is some location whose address is 64222036. What is stored here? 232. In software, what we know it as? We know it as A. Now things will become clear. So when you do A is equal to 232, what happens is a memory location is allocated and the value stored is 232. Its location is this. When you do B is equal to ampersand of A, this location is stored in our pointer called B. Now, if I have to print 232, how I do it? I do it directly using the variable name, that is A. Another way to access the value is using this pointer. And there, what you do is you write it down like this. So, star B. Whenever you try to access it using star B, it means you are accessing the value which is pointed by the pointer. So, B consists of this number and this number is address of 232. So, when you do star B, it means print the value pointed by pointer. Let's try to take the trial immediately. Now, this is where we printed the address and let's print the value. So, value pointed by B is %D, and here instead of B I will write down star B or asterisk B. This asterisk B and this asterisk B may create a little bit of confusion, but please be clear, this is only declaration, okay? Forget it here itself. This is just a different way of declaration, so forget it then and there. Here you store the address of a variable into B, and here you try to print the value which is being pointed by this variable B. Let's try it out. Now see, the address of A is 64222036 and the value pointed by B is 232. Getting it? So the value of A was 232 and B has now got the pointer to A, that is the address of A. So you can access this address like this, and you can also access the value using the pointer like this. So when you do star B, you basically access the value stored over there. Now you may definitely have a question, for sure you may have a question that why do we want to do this? Because instead of doing this, why not simply do it like this? So value of A is %D and directly access it using A. Yes, definitely we can do this. Just remember, with pointer, we have got two ways to access your value. One way is to access the value directly, that we already know about. Another way is to access the value using pointer. So value of A is 232 and the value pointed by B is also 232. Now why do we need pointer? The reason is very simple. Whenever you will be writing functions in C programming, what happens is a function can accept multiple arguments from the program, but it can only return single argument. And if you want to have a function which performs multiple operations and if it has to return multiple values, that is basically just not possible. With pointer, what will happen is you will pass the variable address to the function. The function will then perform whatever manipulation it has to do, and then it will write the values using the pointers. It will get clear slowly. So this is okay, up to this is okay. Now let's see one more thing. If I do this now, star B is equal to 65 no, not 6. Let's use 989. Okay. Now what I'll do is, I will again print the value of A. So what I have done is star B is equal to 989 and then I am printing the value of A again. This will clarify things to you. Now see, what is the value of A? 632. So value pointed by B is 232. Then value of A is 232. But then what you did here is, you modified the value of A using the pointer B. So star B is equal to 989. You have not written A is equal to 989. You have written star B is equal to 989. But indeed what happened? The value of A got changed. See, after that the value of A became 989. So to sum it up, in programming, when you do this kind of structure, then A and star B both are same. They are pointing to the same value and any modification in one will make changes in other. Okay. Now this is all the fundamental of pointer. Okay, this is the fundamental of Python pointer. You will get many such problem statements with C, like what is the value of ampersand of star of ampersand of A, something like that. Don't be confused with such problem statements for now. Right now our job is to understand pointers very well. So don't be dwelled into this kind of problem statement. You will get that thing also easily. Let's first try to see an example of pointer in our next video and then things will become clearer to you. Thank you for watching this video. Please repeat it if needed. The clarity about pointer is very important. And again, if you are not so sure about it, just hold on for now and in the next video things will become much more clearer to you. Thank you for watching this video.